Ex-Con Media.
Do not bring your politics out of respect to Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Pretty clear cut and dry. Do not bring your politics. This is the funeral for Reverend Jesse Jackson. Okay. And I start by saying this: disrespect, okay, is in the eye of the beholder. Okay. So while many people may feel that this was not disrespectful, this was supposed to be a celebration of the Reverend Jesse Jackson and all he's done for black people, whether you think he did good or not. Black people, the country. The gentleman actually spent time with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Okay, this is about his life, his legacy, and there should be nothing talked about but what Reverend Jesse Jackson wanted celebrating his life. Okay, number one, before we get all the way into it, Reverend Jesse Jackson was friends with Donald Trump. Let's continue.
And the life that he lived to these homegoing services. Right. Come respectful and come to say thank you. But these homegoing services are welcome to all. Democrat, Republican, liberal, and conservative, right wing, left wing, because his life is broad enough to cover the full spectrum of what it means to be an American.
All right. That seems pretty cut and dry. Hey, a lot of people get sent to prison for not following instructions. That is an instruction to this to everybody, no matter who you are. We're not talking politics. We're talking about Reverend Jesse Jackson, who has been out of politics for a number of years. The instructions was pretty clear cut from the family, and I'm pretty sure that they was on a unified front when they came up with these instructions. Let's not talk politics. What do Obama, Biden, Harris, and that other clown? Let's play the tape because I can't even call his name. Al Sharpton. Guess what they do?
So that right there is Jesse Jackson's son saying, let's keep politics out of this. And let's take a look and let's see what Democrats do.
Another setback to the idea of the rule of law. An offense to common decency. Every day you wake up to things you just didn't think were possible. Each day we're told by those in high office to fear each other and to turn on each other, and that some Americans count more than others.
I don't care what they do in Washington. I care what we do in the community. We beat people bigger than Trump. We fought people harder than them if we stand up and be what we're supposed to be.
There's bad times like now. We're in a tough spot, folks. We got an administration that doesn't share any of the values that we have. And I don't think I'm exaggerating a little bit.
Let me just say, I predicted a lot about what's happening right now. I'm not into saying I told you so, but we did see it coming.
For all of these clowns, because that's what they are, clowns. They feel themselves losing a little bit of Chicago and a little bit of Illinois because those people, from what we can tell from the last election, starting to see that Chicago been Democratic for a number of years, and yet nothing is getting better up there. Matter of fact, they showed you how much they cared about you by opening up the border and systematically dumping everybody into the community so y'all can clash. So black people up there have been seeing that and realizing and recognizing that. So nobody's really listening to these clowns. So what they do, they take the funeral of the Reverend Jesse Jackson and try to use it as their platform to advance their woke agenda. Let's continue.
Starters, I'm glad none of them are in office. I forgot how nice it was to not have to hear Joe Biden and Kamala Harris speak. But aside from that, they couldn't even just go pay their respects without talking about Trump and Republicans. They used his funeral as a political soapbox. And I mean, I've seen both sides do it before. But the thing that I found interesting is his son specifically asked not to do this. And it seems they didn't care. They just did it anyway. That's what sticks out to me about it. Couldn't just talk about Jesse Jackson. Had to talk about Trump and the right. Had to try to fire up the base. It really makes you wonder what their actual intentions were for being there. But anyway, that's all I've got for now. Don't forget I have a free email news.
Now, according to this clip right here, Jesse Jackson didn't really even mess with Obama like that. So why are you at the funeral to begin with? Because you were the president before, because you are from Chicago. Who knows why he was at? Because to me, I don't know. See what you get out this clip. To me, he didn't mess with Obama like that. But let's roll the tape. Talking down to black people. He been doing it for a very long time. And see, the thing about it is, black people, they looking at color. They looking at color. All right. It's about time to sit that racism to the side, because it will be your color that put that fork in your back. That's what you need to understand. It'll be your own color that'll sell you out. Judge the content and the character of the person, not the color. And that's where Obama has failed Black America as well as the rest of America, because he ain't care about us no way.
The Reverend made those remarks there during a break. He was being interviewed on the Fox News channel. Jackson says he didn't realize his microphone was still on. Today, he was in full damage control.
So Jesse Jackson said the quiet part out loud, and it was caught on a hot mic. Obama was just talking down to you motherfuckers. He don't give a shit about y'all. And now the truth is out there. This goofy fuck goes and tries to speak at Jesse Jackson's memorial looking like a plumb fool. We've seen this before. I don't know, when he was speaking at one of the highest Klan members' memorial. He just has a thing of talking at people's memorial. Mind you, these people don't like you because they see you for who you are. You ain't nothing but a stepping fetching chameleon. And if you got the money, then he got the time. Barack Obama, you ain't.
Yeah. See, this right here is how they were supposed to approach talking about Jesse Jackson. This is our president, commander-in-chief, doing it the appropriate, respectful way.
I want to begin by expressing our sadness at the passing of a person who I knew very well. Jesse was a piece of work. I want to tell you. He was a piece of work, but he was a good man. He was a real hero, and I just want to pay my highest respects to Reverend Jesse Jackson. He's a good man. He was actually, as you got to know him, he got better and better all the time. but I knew him well long before becoming president, and he really was special with lots of personality, grit, and street smarts. You would say Jesse had serious street smarts, right? A very important ingredient to life, I will tell you. He was gregarious and someone who truly loved people and a force of nature. He was somebody that we're going to greatly miss. And on behalf of everyone here today, I know you join me in sending our condolences to the entire family. Had a great family. I want to begin by...
See, a lot of you choose not to do the work. Y'all automatically run with the narrative that Donald Trump is some type of racist. Listen here, man. This is old throwback video just to let you know that Jesse Jackson was dealing with that boy Trump. This is part of the video for obvious reasons, but go look it up for yourself.
Because he has this sense of the curious and a will to risk to make things better. And so aside from all of his style and his pizzazz, he is a serious person who is an effective builder of building with a builder of people. Last year, he was a part of our workshop, of our panel workshop on what are the challenges and opportunities. And so this, a year later, Donald Trump, for a few minutes, challenges and opportunities to embrace the underserved communities. Donald Trump.
Well, it is an honor to be here, and I was with Jesse last year, and we had a lot of fun, and it was a little different. We had a real panel where you asked questions and everything, and we didn't do so much speaking, so I'm going to get off here very quickly because I want to hear some questions. Jesse started off by saying most of the wealth in this country is in the hands of a few. And I thought to myself, is that a bad thing? What's wrong with that, Jesse? But he did have an expression last year. And I was just telling Roger. He had an expression last year, the wall on wall must fall. And you haven't used it today, and I'm very disappointed in this, Jesse, because I thought it was a great expression. And I heard the expression about 14 times, and then he came to me at the end of the session, and he said, listen, I want some office space in your building on Wall Street, because the wall on wall will fall. And I said, it's okay, Jesse, I'll make a good deal with you. I'll get you some space. You'll pay about $40 a foot. And he said, no, I don't want to pay 40. I said, how about 30? No. It was the cheapest deal I ever made in the history of 40 Wall Street. Is that right? He got it for nothing. He's a very tough negotiator. We know that, right? Nah, he's a terrific guy. We love him, and I'm here for him. And the snow came, and I said, gee, nobody's going to show up, and look at this place. It's packed. I do want to say a couple of things. First of all, where's Percy?
So basically, a lot of you folks are too young to realize that Donald Trump has been in the black community for a very long time. Plenty of songs about him. But anyway, that's another topic for another day. These Democrats are playing in your face constantly. And if you cannot see that the family of Jesse Jackson was utterly disrespected, I don't know what to tell you, but that was very, very disrespectful. To try to do politics, and this family just lost the matriarch. That is very tasteless and disrespectful on the behalf of the Democrats. And hopefully some of y'all will see before y'all go down to the polls that these people are not in office for a reason. They're not in office for a reason. Do not vote for none of anything that they endorse. That is the best advice I can give to you.
XCon Media.
Do the research. That's all I'm telling you. Do the research on the Democratic Party before you go down to the poll. I think that you're doing a disservice, and I'm guilty of this myself, doing a disservice to society by not knowing the issues before I go to the polls. I was just blindly going to the polls. Oh, I'm black. I'm supposed to vote Democratic. I'm supposed to vote for Joe Biden. Joe Biden himself said, if you don't vote for him, you're not black. So that's what I was supposed to do. But once I started studying Supreme Court justices and how they voted as it goes to segregating schools and rights and all that stuff, if you go check, most of them that was voting against black people and equality were Democrat. If you go back and check, you'll see that the Klan was started by the Democrats. So all this narrative that Trump is this and Trump is that, man, listen, go do some research before you go to the polls. Rest in peace, Reverend Jesse Jackson. He gave I think I was in probably elementary or middle school then. He gave black people a sense of pride, like, wow, somebody black is running for the presidency. He did a lot for black people, or at least on the surface level it looked like he did. So condolences to his family for the loss. He lived a good life. He lived well into his 80s. Yeah, rest in peace to Reverend Jesse Jackson. And let me apologize that them clowns advanced their political agenda at your wedding. I will apologize for them because it was totally uncalled for. They do not know how to lose. Thank you for tuning into XCon Media. Go right ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hurry up!